We met on his birthday in 2008.
2008.
2008. We were there for someone else's birthday with separate people. So I went with one of my friends as a wing woman. I was about to leave and I was with one of my guy friends. He wanted me to help him snag a girl somehow. And he asked me, because I was single too, if I saw anybody that was attractive or good looking. And I sort of scanned the room, like not really thinking I would see anybody, and I kind of said no, but then I saw this guy dancing between one of my good friends and her boyfriend, holding his beer, looking like the most awkward third wheel. But I thought he was really handsome, and it happened to be James.
That fateful night, Krystle just happened to be there with a friend of hers. I was there with my friends, and we were just introduced mutually, and it just worked out that way. Yeah.
I'm just staring at the clock. I wish those hands would stop their spinning.
Give me just 1 minute more.
I was taking bartending classes with Kai, who introduced us. We were walking towards the lounge and Kai had turned to me and she said, "Guess who's coming tonight?" And I said, "Who?" And she's like, "James B." And I kind of turned to her and I was like, "Who's James B?" And she's trying to remind me is the guy that I thought was cute at the bar. Suddenly I got all nervous.
'Cause love like this comes once in a lifetime. Whoa, once every
So Krystle was doing her bartending every Wednesday. I get a text Wednesday evening, I'm getting out of work. She sends a mass text. Bartending canceled. I don't know, something in me, I replied. I don't usually do that, but I don't know, for some reason I did. And where does that leave you?
And I kind of looked at my phone and I was like, in my bed, in my pajamas. But I don't even remember what I texted back, but we ended up going to BJ's.
I get to the restaurant first, get us to table, and I'm texting her, "Yo, I'm waiting, let me know when you're here." Turns out she was in the parking lot like a half hour before I started texting her.
I was
She'll
talking
tell you
to my
that. She'll tell you that part.
I'm nervous, I don't know what to do. But I finally walked up to BJ's and I'm going up the steps. I open the door, I see him coming down from the bar area, and the first thing out of his mouth was
The most romantic thing you'll ever
the
tell
most romantic
anyone.
thing ever. He said, "Sup." And I thought at that moment, I was like, okay, I have to leave somehow, so I'll just maybe go half hour into it and figure out a way to get out of it. We sit down. I'm still kind of thinking in myself, oh my God, he said sup. After a while, we were talking and laughing, and I think the thing that made me stay was he got up to go to the bathroom, but before he left, he said, "Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom, you're making me nervous." For some reason, I thought that was really cute and honest, and so I stayed. After that, it was like, we kind of knew that this was going somewhere. I knew that it was gonna be different the night that we actually made it official. We were at his house and talking about just where this was going and what we wanted out of it, and he kind of said, "Do you hear that?" He was talking about his parents in the kitchen. They were having tea together. It was like midnight and they were laughing about things, but it was just the two of them. He said, "That's what I want. I want somebody that I can do that with, 40, 50 years from now, and it still feel fresh." Even though we met in our 20s, we realized that we shared so much history. We started talking about, what schools we went to, what neighborhood we grew up in. We grew up about 2 blocks away from each other.
Krystle grew up on Russ Street, which is right behind us, and I grew up on Minna, which intersects Russ.
This park that we're at, James and I went to an elementary school where this park is now. We had a few dates here. We actually had our first kiss here.
As I was thinking of a plan to where I wanted to do the proposal, everything always just came back to this park.
The day that James proposed, we had so many things going on that day. We'd run a 5K that morning, and we were just gonna go take some of our friends to a food truck park that's a couple blocks down. But we had Chubbs with us, and he decided, well, maybe before we go to the food truck park, we should take Chubbs for a walk at Victoria Manalo. And I thought nothing of it. I just thought, well, Chubbs can go to the bathroom by the food truck park. Like, why are we gonna go all the way to the park? We come through the gate, and 2 of our friends who are with us, they say, oh, where's the bathroom? I have to go to the bathroom.
Our plan was for everyone to hide out while I walked her around, and we just so happened to come across this bench.
And I sat down. He's like, have a seat. We'll wait for them here. Chubbs is playing with another dog, and I sort of turn around to watch them play. And when I turned back around, James got on one knee. I honestly couldn't remember what he said because I was crying so hard. But I know he said, I love you, and I want to spend my life with you. And I said yes. And after I wiped off all the tears, I saw our loved ones popping up from behind the wall, and my brother and my brother-in-law coming down the hill, and everybody sort of greeting us with, you know, claps and cheers and everything.
I can't really narrow it down to one thing. She's probably the most selfless person I know. She makes me smile. She's very funny, and she's there for me for everything.
He shocks me all the time. He'll approach things differently than anybody I've ever met. He surprises me with how patient he is. He's always the first person to try and resolve things and make me feel better about things. I consider myself to be a pretty strong person. When I'm not strong, he's everything that I need.